Hey everyone, in this GT Online Auto Shops guide I want to talk about the auto shops business and help you decide whether it's a business for you and how it all works. So it's kind of linked to the LS Car Meet. So if we have a little look on the map here, the LS Car Meet is over here. There it is there. You can drive into there. You can join as a member for $50,000, talk to Mimi, and then there's various things you can do, all sorts of races and stuff. And this kind of all links up to the auto shops as well. I can't remember whether it's a prerequisite to do this before you access the auto shops on the next part of the video, because I've already done that bit, but if it is, it's easy enough. That's easy to go to and do that bit. Anyway, so once you've done that, you go to your phone or a computer, go to the internet, and then you go, like with many businesses, go to the foreclosure maze bank thing here. Enter the site, and there are several auto shops that you can use. Just hiding behind my head there, you see it says auto shops. So we click that as the filter, and these are the auto shops that you've got available. So you can click on any of these and you can see a bit of information for them. So you see this one will cost 1.7 million, this one 1.6, 1.9. How much is this one? 1.7. And this one I don't know, because this is the one I went with because it's right next to my nightclub. So I went with this one. If you've already got one, this is also where you can renovate them further. So you can see I went with undressed, not me, the the auto shop, and all these different things here. Do I want crew name and blah blah blah. I'm going to talk about these renovations just in case you've got loads of money and you want to do some of these. So let's have a little look when you were setting it up. You can have undressed, just means the interior will be nice and plain like this. You can also go with any of these, but check out on the left hand side, any of these is going to add cost to the setup. So you see this one would cost $325,000 on top. It's really, not going to do much for you apart from be a little more interesting to look at. So if your money is tight, I would suggest you go with just the plain one here. Another thing to point out, at the minute, I believe these are 30% off or so, the auto shops, so you may get a better deal now than if you look at this video later on. So if you see the auto shops are more expensive, that's why, but it's just sort of timing when this was all launched, I think. The next thing we've got is a tint. So this, as you can see, it adjusts kind of like the ratings and stuff to be a certain color. So you can see yellow, white, all of these. But if you go with any of the ones other than the default one, it's going to set you back $190,000. Seems bonkers to put that on, in my opinion. So let's see, we'll just leave that there. You've then got whether you want an emblem, and again, this is wrapping up extra money if you want any of these. So you can see, whatever one you want. Again, 104,000. I don't know why anybody would do this, but maybe you want something custom. So the staff, this is an interesting one. One of the things that I'm going to show you in a minute, which is quite fun, is you've got an ability to fix up cars, and then you can either deliver them yourselves, or you can use staff members to deliver them, and you can have up to 2 staff members. This only makes sense if you've got more than one car lift to have more than one staff member for them. But if you add a staff member, you can see 385,000 each of these if we want these two to be able to help with the delivery of those cars. The other thing we've got under extras, you can have personal quarters, which is going to make it easy to fast travel there. That would add 340,000 or a second car lift. So this will enable you to do 2 car jobs at any one point. You see it's a whopping $650,000 for that as well. So personally, I would leave all of that off, and then if you want any of these, then just add them later with the renovation. I don't think there's any benefit to getting any of it until you know that you're quite happy with the auto shop. So let's go into the auto shop and see what we've got inside. Now the auto shop is got a few different things going on that you can do to make money, and when you buy the auto shop, it will walk you through a little kind of tutorial showing what you can do. One part of the auto shop are heists, and they are specific to cars, and they would be launched up here, and I'll just show you this. Now these are not so good if you are a solo player. The first one I managed to solo. After that I was getting my butt kicked, so I would have to do them with other people. So I'm on the second one, the Lost Contract. I've done, again, like with other heists, you have your setup, so there's 2 setup points and then the final job. So I haven't done this one, but they can pay out sort of a couple of $100,000. So they can be worth doing, but you're really going to need a bunch of you to do this. So play in a public session and see if people will help you out, or if you've got friends on the game, brilliant, or join a crew, that sort of thing. So that's quite a good money earner, something a bit different as well to the usual heist. So you get access to those, which is quite cool. The other thing you've got in here is this area that opens up, the exotic exports list. So if we hit the right button here, The idea with these is these are certain cars that you can then export. I think you get $25,000 per car. So they will show up as a little blue dot on the map if you find one, and then you take them down to the docks, a bit like Simeon's missions, and you get $25,000. I think if you do all of them, you get a bonus, something like $100,000. But they are a bit of a faff to try and find those out and about. The other part of the auto shop, which is quite fun and pretty easy to do, and that's what I'm going to finish off here with. Oh, you also get a garage where you can chuck some of your cars in, by the way. But it's this thing here, which just occasionally, now you do have to complete the first heist job, at which I say you can solo that, and you get about $180,000 or something. But once you've done that, one of the contacts at the shop, I forget his name, I will tell you who it is, KDJ, he will then ring you and say, hey man, we can make some legit money by renovating cars, or customizing cars, that sort of thing. So what will happen is now and again a car will appear in the garage here on the car lift, and then you can go up to it and customize it. So you see here, this threw me initially, but I'm going to show you how this works. So you modify the customer's vehicle, or you can purchase the vehicle. You're generally only going to want to purchase the vehicle if it's a car that you think looks really, really cool. Most of the time you're just going to modify it because you want to make some money on it. So the way this works is you can see up the top left it says right D-pad to modify the customer's vehicle. And then what you get is access to all these things here, and down below me here you can see there's a checklist with the different things that I need to do. So the first thing is I need to service the vehicle. So it says service the customer's vehicle. A to select, just service the vehicle is very easy. Respray the vehicle, so we go down to the next one, and then pay attention to what it says down there, respray colour dark blue. So if you pick the wrong colour, the customer's not going to be happy and not going to pay you, so you've got to go all the way through here and find dark blue. You watch me shoot past it because I'm yapping to you guys as I'm doing this. Where is it? Oh, there it is, dark blue. Job done. So you see we've got another green dot beneath me. We go back again, performance upgrades. So brakes, street brakes. So we go into brakes, add street brakes. Turbo tuning, and we pop that on, and then transmission, street transmission. So that is done. And then we've got bodywork. So we're going to bodywork, and we've got skirts, primary running board. Now, of course, for each job, this is going to change slightly, but you can see it's really simple to do, really, when you know what's going on. Rear bumpers, so they're going to be under bumpers. So, and injection rear cargo. Oh, sorry, rear cage. And then roof, vintage rack and board. Vintage rack and board 2. Oh, that's beautiful. Come back out, and then wheels. Install new wheels, wheel type muscle. Dukes. Come back out, and we are done. You see we've got all the green dots there, so we come all the way back out here, and then we're just going to confirm. So you can see it says confirm service cost of $20,000. The customer will reimburse this cost, and you will receive an additional payment of up to $20,000 upon delivery. Now I'm going to do that. I'm not going to bore you with the entire journey. I just want to show you the process and how that works. Now there is a bit of a risk here. You've spent out $20,000 on sorting out the car. You've got to get the car successfully to the customer, and you're only going to get the bonus of $20,000 if the customer is happy. You don't damage the car too much on the way. The more damage that is applied to the car, the lower the value will be that you get. So you're out $20,000 until you get it to the customer. So we're going to do that. Are you sure you want to modify this customer's vehicle for $20,000? Yes. I'm going to deliver the vehicle. Now, if I had purchased a staff member, I could use one of them, but there's no guarantee that they would deliver it safely. Apparently in the recent update they do a lot better job than they were doing before, and that means you can do other things, but I'm going to deliver the vehicle myself in this case. Also, if we had 2 car lifts, we can have potentially 2 on the go at any one point, and then you could use your staff members to fire them out. But you saw the cost of getting these is expensive, and considering each car is only $20,000 or $25,000 or so, it's going to be a while before you get that investment back. So it's just a bit of fun, really, I think. It's a small money-making scheme. It's just a little bit different to everything else. But again, it's find something, deliver it somewhere, so it's like, so... But there we go. So we'll deliver the vehicle to the customer. I'll probably cut this bit so you don't get too bored. So you see the distance varies. This one's only 1.23 miles, and I need to be driving carefully to make sure that I don't crash the thing and lower the value. So you can see the payment at the minute is $20,000. And top left it tells a bit more information about it, and it's only 1.2 miles. The worst one I had was nearly 5 miles away. So of course when you're playing GTA Online, you want to be thinking of grinding how much money you can make per hour ideally. And this one's not too bad a grind, but it's not going to make you rich anytime soon. It's, you know, it's just something slightly different, I suppose. So I've made it here without any issue. So we'll just park the car up. So we just accelerate into the yellow area. Along comes the customer. If they're happy, they'll show themselves looking all excited, and we get paid. Now, there is a risk here that if somebody was driving past you, that you might get your money stolen off you. So you can see cash above me, 54,812. So we got the payment for delivery and service costs there. So I had a bit of money already. So I've made basically $20,000 from those few minutes of gameplay. But you want to be banking that as soon as possible. So up on the D-pad, go to your internet, and then money and services. What's going on, man? Maze Bank, main menu, deposit. So what I've got, the way I'm doing this to try and keep it as safe as possible is I'm doing it in a invite-only session. So I've not got the hassle of other players flying around who might shoot me or assassinate me really quickly, or keeping an eye where I'm delivering. So it is certainly something you can do in solo mode. If you're not sure how to do that, you just hit the menu button, go to online, press A, and go to find new session, and then just go invite only session. So that's where I suggest you do these, just to keep yourself nice and safe while you do it. There you go, that's how auto shops work in the auto shops guide. I hope that was useful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up please, that's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you want more help with GTA Online, do let me know with what in the comments, but I'll also put a load of tutorials up at the end of this video that hopefully help you out with the game. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe, help me support the channel. I don't just cover GTA Online, but many other games as well, so hope you like the channel. Thanks for watching.